Well, good day YouTube, and welcome to another one of the Albino Rhino's tops. So this is a video I was asked to do, and this is the top beers available at the beer store, in my opinion. There is 15 beers on here. Some of them have asterisks, and they're going to be done in no particular order. Now the beer store is known to have 500 and some brands of beer, 569 I believe they claim. I was able to think of 15 that I think are tops. There are a lot I would buy still. I mean, even a lot of macro beers I'd buy. Like, they sell Old Vienna. I like Old Vienna. I don't mind it. I mean, they sell export. I don't mind export. But this is what they sell Stonewall Light and Stonewall Coffee Oatmeal Porter. I like Coffee Oatmeal Stout. I like both of those. And the Stonewall Dark. I like that beer. So, I mean, there are a lot of beers at the beer store that I do like. You all know how I feel about the beer store. But you know what? Every once in a while, that's where you have to shop. So, and there are some great beers that are only available in their very local area, like craft breweries that are using the sell at your 5 local shops for free stuff type of thing. So I didn't count those ones because, well, yeah, I counted things that are more widely available. So again, in no particular order, but you'll notice in order, it's kind of in alphabetical order. Weihenstephaner Hefeweizen, not really my favorite beer out there, not really even my favorite wheat beer out there, but a very, very, very well-known, well-renowned wheat beer from Germany. It is from one of the oldest breweries in the world, sometimes claimed to be the oldest brewery in the world. It's a great wheat beer. I think the reason for me it isn't my favorite wheat beer is the recipe's basically been the same for the 1,000 years that it's been being brewed. There just hasn't been change. It's a very solid beer. It's a very drinkable beer. It's a beer I never have a complaint about drinking. Just with all the new flavors out there, all the new hops, all the new malts, all the new everything, it just kind of takes a backseat to new brewing for me, but I'm super excited that I can get it at the beer stores. I also didn't count things only in kegs, just so you know, because there's a lot of stone beers and stuff that are at the beer store only in kegs. Next is Wellington Brewing Company's Imperial Russian Stout, which I think is a great stout, especially since it's a year-round Russian Imperial Stout. You don't find year-round Russian Imperial Stouts all that often, so I'm always excited when I find that. Waterloo Smoked Rogan Beer, which will be out of circulation at some point soon. It's not a year-round, it was a seasonal. The best Waterloo product I've probably ever drank, other than maybe their vanilla porter. And just, it actually reminds you that the Brick was, and still is, a craft brewery. Even if what they make isn't always craft-esque tasting, they are a craft brewery, and they can make craft beer. And they can make it really well when they want to. Unibrew's Trois Pistoles. I love that beer. I thought about La Fin de Monde, but it just doesn't have the taste of Trois Pistoles. Now the next one is asterisked, and it is the Sleeman Seasonal Selection. It is a 12-pack. It will come with whatever their seasonal is. There was the oak-aged lager. There was a beechwood smoked beer. There's been a whole bunch of seasonals by them. They had a bock at one point. I don't remember what type of bock it was, but I have an asterisk on that because Sleeman actually is a really good macro company. They make really good, I'm trying to think of what word to say, but really good macro beers. I mean, their cream ale is acceptable. Their the Clear 2.0 is acceptable. The Silver Creek Lager is acceptable. The Honey Brown is acceptable. Their porter is good. Like, they make some really good beers, and their seasonals are really good as well. And you get it in a 12-pack that has 3 of the seasonal, 3 cream, 3 Honey Brown, and I forget if it's light or light Silver Creek, or actually I think I don't remember if it's light Silver Creek or clear that come as the third one, as the third regular one. I believe it is the Silver Creek. And none of those are bad, so it's a good mixed pack to pick up. It really is. Next, a beer I actually really love, and it pisses people off that I love it. Rickards Radler. I love that that's available there. Stiegl Radler was at one point available in cans there. Now you can get it only in kegs, so I can't add that to the list. But Rickards Radler fucking fantastic Radler. The big guys actually make better Radlers, in my opinion, than the craft guys. The only craft Radler I've had that I've really liked was the Parallel 49 one. Moving on, you have Kel-Tec Lance, Celtic Lance Golden Ale, which is almost an English mild. I mean, it's awesome. Then you have, I did this one as a double up. I did a Double Trouble's Hops and Robbers and Mill Street Tankhouse Ale as a double up, because they are both very good standard Ontario pale ales, as a lot of people have been calling them. Very standard, very approachable. If you want to go for something owned by a big guy now, you have the Tankhouse, which is been around forever, and everybody knows the taste of Tankhouse. It's a great beer. Does it stand up nowadays? Probably not, but it's still a great drinking beer. And then Hops and Robbers from Double Trouble, just as good. Much newer recipe, but it's just as good. Flying Monkey's Matador 2.0, and this is a special beer because it was only released in Ontario at the beer store and at the Flying Monkeys brewery, to make a point about the LCBO and how you can only have so many SKUs at the LCBO and so much shelf space and this and that, so we have to use what's available to us. And you know what, Peter's right, you do have to use what's available to you. And even if you dislike the beer store, if you want to get your beer in a lot of markets, it is a good way to go as long as you have the money. And the Matador 2.0 is a great beer, and I would argue better than the first one, and it's something that a lot of people have the chance of trying only because of this. Next is Delirium Tremens. And Delirium Tremens, I love Delirium Tremens. I like it almost as much as I like a Rochefort beers. Delirium Tremens is an amazing fucking beer, and the fact that you can buy it super cheap at a lot of beer stores across Ontario is disgusting and amazing at the same time. It is probably one of the best beers that is sold at the beer store, especially if you like Belgian beer. It's a great beer to try. Collective Arts State of Mind. I bought a 6-pack of that when I was at the Collective Arts Brewery, and that is an amazing little beer as well, and the fact that you can buy 6-packs of it at the beer store is a great little thing. Cameron's RPA. Everybody knows I love Cameron's RPA, and I really love Cameron's RPA, and it's a great little beer. Black Oak's Nut Brown, probably one of the best nut browns made in Ontario. You can get it at LCBOs, you can get it at the beer store. It's a very widely available beer, and that's a great part of it. Flying Monkey's 12 Minutes to Destiny. I fucking love that beer. That's that hibiscus raspberry fucking beer. Oh my god, does that thing taste good. It's just like juice and nothing else, just juice. And I want more of it all the time. It's a great beer. And because it's in cans, another great beer would be Amsterdam's Boneshaker IPA. And then I have a special one here that just hit the beer store recently, and it is Smutty Nose's Finest Finest Kind IPA. You can only get it at the beer store. It's not at the LCBO. It's only available in certain cities. This one's special to me because I've never had it, and it's the one I want the most at the beer store. So yeah, that's my list of the top beers at the beer store. You will still have my list of top beers for 2015 coming up sometime very soon. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.